The first piece of equipment I'm going to discuss is going to be simply an adapter. Your appliances get plugged in here or here, and these plugs fit into the back of the device so that they can be plugged anywhere it needs to be internationally. Different plugs for different locations. So you need to take all types of plugs with you, just in case, and that's an American one, just in case you get stuck. But this adapter would typically be used for anything that automatically converts voltage. An iPhone automatically converts voltage. Most Androids automatically convert voltage. Therefore, this could simply be plugged into the wall and then plugged into this. Some appliances that do not automatically convert can be hair dryers. This hair dryer has a setting that converts it. So as long as you turn the setting over from 125 to 250, you would be fine to plug it into this plug. If you were not able to get it turned, or if it didn't have that option, you're going to need to use a different kind of converter. This flat iron plugs in to a normal plug-in adapter. However, most flat irons do not convert. This is a special one that I purchased, and they will blow out the breakers in the hotel where you're staying. So, if you have appliances that do not convert, you will need a converter. See this huge box? This converts the voltage to your voltage from their voltage. All that you need is to apply the correct plug adapter, and this part is the converter. Next, we're going to talk about liquids. Most airlines leaving out of the United States will not let you carry more than 3.5 ounces of liquid in a single bottle. And that bottle has to be in a Ziploc baggie. So, one of the things I suggest, this is shampoo purchased for me by sweet Miss Julia Horton, and it is a solid shampoo bar. So it can be used to wash your hair and eliminates liquid. This would be the type of bag I would recommend for any and all hygiene items. They make hanging bags for men and hanging bags for women. They're very easy. You don't have to unpack them when you get to the hotel. So of course, here's a nice toothbrush cover. For men, shaving cream in this size would be preferable. And if you notice, it's 0.562 ounces. Toothpaste this size should last you for a whole week, and it is 2.5 ounces. These jars are very convenient for creams and lotions, and they allow you to only take what you need. I got these at the Dollar Tree. I love these. They're good for storing jewelry, creams, any type of thing, pills, anything you need like that. Here's a larger size shampoo bottle you can fill with your own shampoo. And lastly, instead of liquid soap, I prefer bar soap because again, you don't have to worry about the liquid. If you're sharing a room with people, it's always nice to have a portable mirror. This one stands up, especially for you girls. There's never enough mirror space in the bathroom. A pair of jeans, a pair of black dress pants, and a pair of leggings. These can be utilized over the course of the entire trip, and I typically would travel in leggings. It's super comfortable. One of the things that you can look at is layering your clothes. I highly recommend this. I would wear this with a black tank top underneath and some sort of scarf. One of these two scarves. Scarves can be used as blankets on airplanes and anything that you need it for. If it's cold, you can bundle up and be more warm with a scarf, especially if you take an extra warm scarf like this one. So I highly recommend 2 or 3 scarves, one really warm one and 2 decorative ones. Here's a sweater for layering. I can wear this sweater with anything. Less complicated. First, you have a pair of shoes and a second pair of shoes on your feet, your choice. Some like to wear slip-ons to the airport, and then this can be your backup pair of shoes. I always suggest that you have a pair on your feet and a pair in the suitcase. In case you get blisters or anything, your shoes can get wet. Men need a pair of jeans and a pair of slacks. Slacks are typically more comfortable for traveling than jeans, but it's totally up to you. This 2 pair of pants will get you through the entire trip very easily. In some places you're going to want to have a button-up long sleeve, and typically would wear a t-shirt under this for layering. Here's an extra added layer of comfort, a sweater that you can wear on any day of the week. So here's a nice t-shirt. You can just wear the t-shirt whenever you feel like it. I suggest that you have 3 t-shirts, 2 to 3 button-up type shirts, maybe a long sleeve t-shirt, and definitely an overgarment, a hoodie or a button-up sweater or a pullover sweater, whatever your style is, okay? So at least 3 long sleeve, 3 short sleeve, and a garment to wear over top, like a jacket or something, and 2 pairs of pants. So that pretty much covers it for the men's clothes. Now on to different styles of packing. There are 2 methods you can use that can really save a lot of space in your suitcase. One is packing cubes. You can either pack your underwear in small ones and pants in one and shirts in another, or you can pack outfits at a time. My preferred method is same type of clothing, same bag. So these packing cubes make it less bulky and allow you to fit more in your suitcase. Another thing, electronics and things like that can be kept in Pouches. These typically come with sets of packing cubes. So these pouches are good for all sorts of things. Particularly though, cords, charging plug-ins, all sorts of things like that. Shoes. Shoe bags come usually with packing bag kits, or you can buy them separately. This is an example of a really good shoe bag. Just take your shoes like so, put them inside the bag, and there you have it. Keeps all the dirt off the rest of your clothes. I recommend, now that we're on shoes, I recommend that you wear a pair on your feet. So this would be a good example of the shoes I would wear. Very comfortable, very lightweight, and here would be the shoes that I would pack. These slip on and off, easy to get through the airport, so that's probably why I would wear these. These are really good for walking and very comfortable. So any kind of sneaker that you feel super comfortable, that's a great option. So here's some typical packing. Notice that I have the jeans here. I have them folded in half, and I'm going to roll them like so. Then I will place them in the packing cube. And I will do this until the packing cube is full. And then, since this is such a large packing cube, I would consider rolling my sweater and packing it up in there. Now, should you choose the method of Ziploc baggies, I'm going to show you that now. The next type of packing bag we're going to discuss is that of the 2.5 gallon Ziploc bag. This is an example of one that size. I slightly close the zipper, push the air out the best I can, close it a little bit more, just leave a tiny opening, get the very last of the air out, and close it up. So let's review. You can either use the huge Ziploc packing method or the compression bags, different sizes, or a combination of the two. Here's an example of a cut-proof purse. It has locking zippers. Once you zip them, okay, like so, the ones in front lock. So anything that where something valuable would be, the zipper locks. At the top, you also have a lock. Another thing about this purse is that the handle has metal embedded in it, so no one can cut it off your arm. Then, they also can't slit the bottom of it and cause all the contents to fall out. So, if you have this part locked, they can't unzip it haphazardly, and also they can't unzip this part. Now these parts are for extra items like an umbrella or something like that, so therefore they don't need to lock. And this one is held against your body, but I wouldn't advise putting anything valuable in something without the zipper lock. The valuables should go down in the bag or in the front. Now for you guys, they also make a backpack like this that Mrs. Robbins has purchased for her husband, Mr. Robbins. And this is not a cut-proof backpack, but this is a good example of something that you boys can carry on the plane with the extra change of clothes in it and anything you're going to need for that very first day of touring. Your toothbrush, so on and so forth. We don't recommend that you bring expensive electronics because if you leave them behind, we cannot go back for them. But this is a really good example of a lightweight backpack. And if you carry it around Europe and it's not cut proof, or locking, you're going to need to carry it on the front of you most of the time. Okay, so here's an opportunity to see a fully packed bag. Notice this is packing cube number 1 with the items that I put in it. Packing cube number 2. And notice how they fit very nicely into the case. These are my shoes in a bag. Okay, and likely I will have one more packing bag up here because I need to add some more tops. And I also need to add my underwear. Next, you're going to see where I have some gloves, a hat, and this is a down jacket that fits inside a bag. I'll be taking a raincoat, but just in case we hit an area where it's really cold, I have that in my suitcase for the just in case. Here is my hanging toiletry bag, which I'll have all of my toiletries in here, except for the ones that I'm going to need on the plane. And it's going to make it a whole lot easier for me. Here's my flat iron that converts. So notice I got a little protective case. My blow dryer, because not all hotels have one. So if you can't do without one, I suggest bring your own. Here's those little travel pouches like I told you about, for all my converters, plugs, and whatnot. I love these pouches.